So I'm going to show you our exact LinkedIn ad strategy and example ads for different layers for actual Impactable. So first, I'm going to show you the actual numbers from December. So this is just December that just ended a few weeks ago. We spent $8,644 on LinkedIn ads. The total conversion value was almost 40,000. And how is that calculated? That's always the first thing everyone asks. What do you consider a conversion? Basically, usually they're trying to make it sound like is that just something that's made up? I am a spreadsheet junkie. I love to try to get conversions. So even though I'm all about community-led marketing and demand gen, I also am not one of those kind of demand gen hippies who are like, "Ooh, just forget about conversion tracking, man." No, you need to figure it out. So what we've done is we have a URL redirect for everything we want to track. So if someone goes on our website and books a call, it redirects them so I can track call bookings. I have the same for confirmed purchases. And then I have different tier levels of purchase, and I have values assigned to those. And let me explain the each and last. So each and last are two different ways that you can set up conversion tracking. And there was a big debate of which you should do. And I kind of had an aha moment that you should do both. And here's why. So if someone sees 3 ads and then hits the 4th one and converts, if you just did last conversion, then only that ad would get credit for it. Now, the good news doing that is that your ad account isn't overstating how many conversions you got. Because if you do each, then each one of those ads that the prospect touched before converting would get credit for the conversion. So under each, you'd show 4 conversions, but you only had 1 call booking. And under last, you just show the 1 conversion, which is accurate, but you lose out on seeing that there was a journey involved, which I think is super powerful. So what I did is I made the last touch more valuable, $150, and I made each touch less valuable, but it's still part of the journey. So I made that worth just $10, and then I made the last touch worth $150. And I did the same for some of these confirmed purchases. Confirmed purchase each is only worth $50, and then confirmed purchase last, depending on what tier, I'm really just accounting for like the first month purchase. So when I show, almost $40,000 of conversion value, that's initial purchases. That's not like LTV or anything, because we all know that can be pretty fuzzy math that can cause people to hope and pray that they're making the right decision. This is initial purchases. So that's legit. The next thing I'm going to show you is just overall quick kind of what the framework looks like. So I have a couple of cold ad campaigns funneling traffic to my website. I have other sources of traffic to my website, such as Google, Clutch, organic, YouTube, cold email blasts, and then LinkedIn retargeting web is where I spend most of the time building out, retargeting, nurturing, and converting not just the LinkedIn ad traffic, but all of my website traffic. And it's built pretty much like this, where I have retargeting image ads, I have some retargeting video ads, I have text ads, spotlight ads, I have lead gen forms, but not in the traditional sense. My lead gen forms are like newsletter signups and access to free webinars. There's no like huge nurture sequence that's pushing them to a demo. It's literally like signing up for valuable assets that they love to have and would pay for. And then if they make it through my 90-day window without engaging with any of those ads, all of the expensive ads drop off, and it's just follower ad, text ads, spotlight ads that stay in front of them. And if they do engage with my retargeting ads, I have a 30-day high intent, strong CTA pushing them for a demo. And so, it's kind of a cycle. So I'll just look at the examples here, get on the right ad campaign. So if I go to cold ads, you'll see what my cold ads look like. This I actually just dialed down. We kind of broke our sales department. We were at the pace of booking almost 200 calls in a month. So we had to dial this down. But I broke out my cold ones to the point where, let's look at last month. Okay, so most of that didn't run. I had broken it out so where I had one focused on broad industries, one focused on just marketing industries on the white label angle, one focused on a group of 5 industries that we do really well with. And then I had some just text ads running as well. But I think last month, the majority of the spend, where is it? Majority of the spend, I hadn't broken that out yet. So the majority of spend was just in this initial one that kind of had the broad group. And what do those ads look like? For the most part, these ones were pretty straightforward. So number one, white label. Some of them weren't too exciting. I just started to try to do more of the organic ones. So these ones are just, LinkedIn ads agency, but I can't say LinkedIn because that's trademarked. And then lately I've just been trying to do some of these organic ones. So for example, I took some of my top organic posts, turned them into ads. And let's see, that's probably not a good example because on the new ones that I do, I'm really not trying to like bait and switch them. If they like this and they click learn more, it actually takes them to the full organic post. So I'm not sending them to my website and tricking them. I'm actually just promoting some of my LinkedIn organic posts. They click it, they get exactly what I advertised. They get to digest this post. But LinkedIn actually allows us to track that. So they don't have to make it to my website or company page for them to get pixeled. If they interact with any of my single image ads, they get tracked and I can retarget them. Now here is the retargeting layer, which looks pretty robust because it is. Let me look at spent. And you'll see the majority of the conversion value comes from this campaign here, which is very similar to the other one. I have frameworks that I show, strategy that I give. Let's sort this by spent. I do have some more of those organic posts, but these are really good. So let's look at this one. So these are really good. These ones actually will go to impactable.com, but they don't quite look like ads. It's more like giving them strategy and trying to give them valuable insights into how we do retargeting, how we structure things. And the big thing that I've realized is matching frequency. So we have that for retargeting. Then we have retargeting text ads, which I have, I get a lot denied because LinkedIn hates me. But I have a ton of retargeting text ads. You really can't have enough options in there. And then I have, let's see, let me show you some more. Second level retargeting. So that's this layer here. If they engage with the 90 layer retargeting, I retarget them in this second layer retargeting. And it's a stronger call to action. Oops. And then I have the newsletter. So this one actually is pretty boring. It just pushes them to sign up for the newsletter, and it's Impactable newsletter, no spam, just insights, and they can subscribe. It sends them to the newsletter, and they just start getting that. But funny enough, you can actually see that people sign up for the newsletter, and then they end up booking calls. So just because I'm funneling them to something else, another asset, doesn't mean that we can't still track when they do book a call. They get a couple of newsletters, they end up booking the call, they're still in that conversion window, and we can track all that. Let's see. Oops. Let's turn this off. The other thing that we have that's probably different is we do have some video, but it's more just educational type video. So it's how-to strategy, it's introduction, it's interviews, it's introduction to our YouTube channel, and it's that kind of content. So nothing crazy here. And we just put that in front of people in the 30-day group. So that's not a 90-day group. And then, like I said, we have spotlight ads, 180-day nurturing specifically for marketing. And the way that we run this many ad campaigns without running a ton of budget is that we use ad scheduling. So that's pretty important. But yeah, that's what our strategy looks like.